So what is HALion 1? Basically, it's the equivalent of a hardware workstation, the kind of stuff that we used to have back in the studio days. And in fact, those people who have got hardware studios these days will need a device like this. The closest example that I can think of as a comparison is something like the Yamaha Motif rack. And in fact, because Yamaha are behind Steinberg now, a lot of their sound designers have been taking part in the library of sounds for the HALion 1. So in essence, the HALion 1 is a software virtual version of the Yamaha Motif rack. So in terms of the types of sounds, we used to call these kind of devices bread and butter workstations because they had the kind of sounds that you would need on a day-to-day basis. Things like pianos, strings, brasses, anything that is a real sounding instrument. So acoustic instruments, acoustic basses, acoustic guitar, all of these kind of sounds. If you want to actually play those via MIDI, you will need a keyboard workstation or a rack, much like the HALion 1. I mentioned before it's a very versatile device, so yeah, it's great for all of those musical type sounds, but equally it's great for drums, and that's one of the ways that we'll be looking at it in this lesson. Let me just give you a little tour of some of the sounds. So here's an acoustic piano. There's a nice variety of different piano types. You can see here a Yamaha CP type piano. It's got some chorusing on there. A comparison would be the jazz grand piano. Much warmer. So there's a huge library of these sounds, all navigated via the browser here with these categories. Keyboard, electric piano, some really nice electric pianos in here, some old kind of Yamaha style FM kind of electric pianos. It's a massive range. You can see here over the left hand side, strings, ensemble strings, some really lovely patches here. Even Mellotron style strings we have here, the old tape strings. So the Mellotron was a keyboard that used to play back reels of tape. Really nice scratchy grainy texture to those sounds. So these are really an exceptional collection of day-to-day sounds that you'll need for actually working on the musical compositions with MIDI.